interrupting everyone Korean style. So your presence here means so much. Okay, so we're going to, see a lot of color, a lot of fashion. It's going to be an amazing night, and then hear stories of amazing survivors who've endured and overcome so much personal challenge. But a reminder that throughout the evening, at least until intermission, we invite you to bid on some auction items. We have some wonderful silent auction items so you can, stretch your legs and make some bids back there. And I don't know if any of you took advantage of the lip touch-up service and free hand massage from Shiseido. We have a great Shiseido basket available too, and there were some henna artists as well. So there's a lot going on in this room. You don't always have to stay seated, okay? But clearly we're here to learn and to support a very important cause and organization. Some of you are familiar with Asian Women for Health, while others are not. But it is led by one dynamic founder and executive director by the name of Chen Huang and her leadership. She's a dynamo, and if you haven't met her, well, I'm sure you will soon enough. And Chen, of course, works with an incredible leadership team, the Board of Asian Women for Health. If there are any board members here, please feel free to stand up. They might all be coming back through. Asian Women for Health, yes. There you go. So Asian Women for Health has been leading the way as a peer-led community-based network to advance women's health and wellness through education, advocacy, and support. That's through conference presentations, community partnerships, focus groups, sharing resources, and above all, connections. That means you and me, friends and fellow Asian sisters, and all those who love us, we're all in this together so we can ensure that women everywhere can access and receive the highest quality and culturally appropriate care. Let's face it, with all the media buzz out there right now, our health should not be up for debate, right? Right? So, the motto at Asian Women for Health is educate, advocate, and reciprocate. So let's give a loud shout out on those three things. Educate, advocate, and reciprocate. That's an empowering charge, right? But we have an exceptional program for you tonight. And but before we get started, it's time to introduce our event co-chairs extraordinaire. They are women I personally admire for their dedication to public service and also in their level of energy. Chen Tan. Chen. She is a visionary, a trusted leader and advocate for women, immigrants, parents, and diversity. She's a certified life coach and president of her own consulting firm now. And I'm blessed to know her through our work. She's the founder of the Asian Task Force Against Domestic Violence. She's one of our co-chairs tonight. And she is joined by Kay Dong, principal at Lee Associates. She's also president of the Korean American Citizens League of New England and serves on the Massachusetts Asian American Commission. She's an advocate of political awareness and community activism, and we're so grateful to have them both as chairs tonight. And please give them a warm welcome.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Audrey. Thank you. Actually, we haven't talked to each other, so I'm going to call all our sponsors and acknowledge them really for this real good cause fundraiser. Without each sponsor, all these volunteers, everybody wouldn't be here. So we really thank you. And also Boston Korean Church Committee. Audrey was here before. I was here about 35 years ago. And this beautiful community center, we thank you. Today we have, she said the makeup and still did all the makeup on models. There's a director, Michelle too, the Macy's. She said, I'm sorry. And then Macy's, the manager, Laura Britannia, thank you. And it's a time traveler. Thank you for that. Is a Lily Lu from Top's Hair. Thank you. Neighborhood Health Plan, Kim Wong. Thank you. And Cambridge Health Affiliate, Kim Lee. Oh, thank you. And from Salon Aya, did all the hairstyle, everything for mothers today.
你好，大家好，大家好。What happened to that? 大家好，如何不 Buenos dias. Good evening, everybody. So I'm Cheng Tan, and I'm very honored to be co-chair of this event to support this wonderful event and our fearless leader, Genji, who has really made Asian women's health a key issue. And it's so important for all of you to be here today to support this important cause because Asian women are generally invisible, right? And all of us are doing what we can to make sure that is no longer a reality. Yes? And we need to support each other to make sure that Asian women, Asian women's issues, Asian women's leadership, Asian women's talents, Asian women's concern are right front and center and not marginal and in the periphery. And Asian women's health in particular is very important because we're not good if we're dead. So we want to be kicking and alive. So thank you all for being here tonight to support a very important cause and very important issue. And this is, those of you who haven't been to this event, it's so inspiring to hear all the stories and to see the models. You will leave here tonight being inspired that there is so much more than what we expect out of life and what we can handle when you hear those stories. We all have our little things that we worry about, but when you hear those wonderful inspirational stories, we know each of us can take on a lot more, not only personally, but as a community for Asian women's health in the biggest sense of the word. We do this together, right? So thank you all so very much, and for all the volunteers and the artists who are contributing tonight. Enjoy the night.
Fantastic. And you were waiting for classical music, right? Yeah, well, I think she lost a few horse hairs on that one. Someone could have at least helped her with the box. But anyway, fantastic. All right, so we're here for the fashion show bit, part one. Tonight we celebrate the lives of some amazing individuals who embody strength and resilience to cancer and trauma. They're all survivors, and they're also inspiring examples of what is possible thanks to the work of Asian Women for Health. But before we showcase them, and they all look fabulous, I'm thrilled to first tell you about our designer to the survivors tonight for her special fashion collection. So Shubha Chandra is the founder, designer, and entrepreneur of a web-based fashion business launched in 2008 called Shubra.com. It's an eco-friendly fashion brand that embodies elegance and fusion flair. Shubra has worked for top US retailers in all categories of fashion apparel, designing and developing product lines for renowned brands. She applies the richness of traditional crafts and motifs from the East to contemporary fashion trends, creating exquisite Indo-Western outfits for today's cosmopolitan and socially responsible consumer. How many of those are in the room? Shubha also wholeheartedly believes in creating a collection with minimal waste and environmental impact. In other words, she recycles, or I've learned this term, upcycles, sari fabrics and uses organic cottons and all natural fabrics to create her unique fashions, recycling paper hand tags on all products and using cloth bags for shipping to customers. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Other designers can follow suit. So passion, fashion, and compassion are integral to her company's mission. A percentage of her profits, too, from Shubra Designs are given to various NGOs and here and abroad for their work with women, children, and other sustainable practices. So what you're about to see in a moment, all sari fabric drapes are 5 yards of silk sari fabric draped in fun and non-traditional ways. And the sari fabrics are all hand-woven, and they come from different parts of India. So get ready for some color and some design. And thanks again to Macy's for providing the accessories for the ladies, because an outfit isn't complete without gorgeous accessories, mind you. And feel free to take as many pictures as you want. post them on social media. Asia Women for Health also has a Facebook page. We want to get the word out about this important cause. So let the show begin and cue music. Libra of the Triad Convoy. Beautiful, beautiful collection. Really works of art. Don't they look amazing? Take all your pics down, you can. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Someone turn up the AC in here. It's just hot, it's okay, it's okay. Love your enthusiasm and energy and support for these women and men. Thank you so much. Isn't it just exquisite? The color, have you ever seen such exquisite colors? Just a creative sense of style. And remember, this is all fashion that is gentle for the environment as well. So let's give one more round of applause. So you'll be seeing more of her collection and hearing more about the models tonight, who again are the most courageous people, just amazing hearts, and they're, making their debut. Some of them, others have walked the runway before in previous years. So we really appreciate all the support and the love. I can feel the energy and the excitement and support for them, so thank you. But before we go into a short break, I would love to call up Pam Treffler. Is Pam here? Ah, yes. Pam? Yeah, please come up. So Pam is one of the main sponsors of Asian Women for Health. She is the co-founder of Union and Fit. Whoops, she'll make her way. So Union and Fit is an amazing online luxury consignment line with a heart for nonprofits. So she'll tell you a little bit about her organization and ways that you can support Asian Women for Health by contributing some designer clothing and accessories to raise and support Asian Women for Health. Hello.
A little bit of a surprise. Nobody told me I was actually going to be speaking tonight. But last year, my sister-in-law and I co-founded a nonprofit named Union and Fit. And what we do is we sell gently worn women's designer clothing online to benefit a whole variety of charities. And what it is we do, if you would like to donate to Union and Fit, you can go online, request a bag or a label, put the items in that you want to donate, and when you register on our site, you select the charity that you want your donation to benefit. The bag arrives, you put the clothes in, you seal it up, you take it to UPS, you look for one of those cute guys in the short brown pants, hand them the bag, the postage is free, comes to us, we put it up on our site, we sell it. 75% of the proceeds go to the charity of your choice. 25% stays with us, but we're a nonprofit also, so 100% is tax deductible, and 100% of the money goes to charity. If you're not one of those people like me that has way too many items of clothing in your closet, the average woman has 22 items that she will never wear again. In case you're kind of wondering about this, the really guilty ones with the tags still on, that, it was a sale that was too good to pass up, but it didn't quite fit, or the color is bad, the skirt's too short. If those items are perfect for us, things that you've worn and loved, but you don't really wear them anymore, also perfect. Remember, an item of clothing that you like but don't love, someone else might love. If you're not in a position to be a donor, you can go onto our site and shop, knowing that every penny you spend to buy a beautiful Chanel jacket or designer piece is going to go to charity. And if you're not a shopper and you're not a donor, maybe you can just tell somebody about us who is. But that's what we do. You can see us online at www.unionandfit.com.
Shall we begin? I hope the music maestro is ready. So let's give a warm welcome to our first model, Julie Kim. Cue music. Julie Kim is originally from Korea. 10 years ago, the doctor informed her that she had breast cancer. She couldn't believe it because no one in her family had cancer. She was lucky, doctors caught it early enough for treatment. 3 years ago, the doctors found another lump on the other side of her breast. But fortunately, it was caught early again. These experiences have proven the importance of having regular mammograms and checkups that help detect cancer at an early stage. Julie is an active member of this church, the Korean Church of Boston, and she believes her faith has attributed to her healing and recovery over the years. She wishes to thank her family and those who come to cheer her on the stage tonight. Let's give another round of applause for Julie. She credits her recovery to the medical team at Mass General Hospital, to family and friends. To counter the effects of radiation and chemotherapy, she kept an active lifestyle. Songray focused on gardening, cooking, and walking as part of her recovery. She relied on acupuncture and herbal medicine to minimize use of prescription drugs. Songray learned that life is a gift, a very fragile one. Her advice to everyone: live life to the fullest and make the most of this precious gift. Thank you so much. Next up is Lulu. Here she comes, Lulu, looking beautiful. Lulu is an immigrant from Shanghai, China. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2003. After battling this and winning, Lulu was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2011. Lulu is currently under treatment and she continues her fight against cancer. She receives love and support from the Asian Breast Cancer Project, where she has been an active member since 2010. Lulu is a great cook and adores children. She was married a year ago. Her faith in God and her friendships have helped sustain her throughout her ordeal. Lulu enjoys traveling and taking pictures. Her wish is to help others who may be struggling with similar experiences, and she appreciates the love and care that she receives. Thank you. Next up, the one and only Qianqi Huang. Qianqi immigrated from Taiwan this year, that the Berlin Wall came down. She was diagnosed in 2005 with triple-negative breast cancer right at the age of 40. Even though she received loving support from family and friends, Qianqi encountered many obstacles and longed to find women from similar cultural and linguistic backgrounds to share their experiences. To ensure that no women would be isolated and stigmatized by the disease, Qianqi launched the Asian Breast Cancer Project in 2010 to provide care, education, and support for cancer survivors in the community. As the executive director for Asian Women for Health, over here today, she continues the mission to enhance Asian women's health and wellness and was honored at the 2014 MGH 100 event. She wishes to express her gratitude to everyone here today and her family and friends for making this event possible. So we're certainly grateful for Qianqi's leadership and inspiration. Next up is Pata Suyamoto. Pata is a mixed heritage sunset. Lovely. Way to work it, Pata. She's a third-generation Japanese American. She's a survivor of chronic depression, childhood trauma, PTSD, and has lived with these illnesses for over 40 years. Pata believes that to survive the darkest times, you do everything within your power to heal and live your illness. This includes the integration of Western to the experiences of Asian American women who live with depression and to help foster compassion over stigma. Fabulous. Next we have Tracy Twig. Tracy was born and raised in China. Isn't he fabulous? Oh yes, worked at college. She came to the United States in 1990 and raised her family here. Tracy was diagnosed with multiple complex chronic diseases in 1997, then breast cancer in 2002. She realized that sadness was not there. With the encouragement of her family, friends, and excellent medical care, she maintains an optimistic attitude and faces all difficulties with strength and courage. Tracy enjoys arts, music, and travel. She's an active member of the Asian Breast Cancer Project, providing support and encouragement to others. This is her second year participating as a model at this fabulous fashion show venue. She knows how to work it. Excellent. Thank you, Tracy. Next we have Vandana Sharma. Vandana is originally from India. She moved to the U.S. in the 90s, and she was diagnosed with second breast cancer in 2013. During her toughest time, she found comfort in her nurses, the company of an old friend, and her growing daughter who accompanied her on treatments and helped her at home. Her father also calls every day from India. Struggling through side effects and symptom management in her survivorship, Vandana has found strength in developing her passion for photography. She finds support through her community and education. She truly believes in sisterhood through her personal relationships and groups. And currently, Vandana is a graduate certificate candidate for gender leadership and public policy at the University of Massachusetts. Next, we have Farjana Anand. Farjana is from Bangladesh. She was diagnosed with PTSD in 2012 when she became depressed, unstable, and unmotivated. She was initially uncomfortable talking about her trauma outside of her immediate family. Her family and doctors helped her gain the courage and reached out to organizations advocating mental health awareness. Farjana did not allow trauma to go in her life. She wanted to change it and live a much better life. Through her struggle, she learns an invaluable lesson. No matter how badly one is knocked down, find the courage to get up, and you will proceed and succeed. Farjana aspires to be back in the medical field to advocate more for mental health awareness and also to increase her own confidence. Let's show her. Lynn Trevor. Lynn Trevor. She's from Cambodia and has lived in 3 different countries and speaks Cambodian, French, and English. She survived war, poverty, neglect, domestic violence, family separation, and other challenges. Lynn courageously chooses life and recovery one day at a time. Lynn was actively involved in psychotherapy, Al-Anon, and Cambridge's Baby University for over 5 years. She finds the community intervention. Lynn warns people to know that before she opened the door, she had to dive before seeing a therapist or asking for help. She was shocked to find how healing it could be. She encourages others to just give it a try. She enjoys fashion and design, and came to the right place, but is also a thrifty shopper. She enjoys cooking for her family and friends and is generous with her recipes. So don't be shy to reach out to her afterwards. Lynn is most proud of the family she created with her husband John and for providing her sons with a loving home and a nice community to grow in. Thank you, Lynn. Next we have the charming Timothy Wynn. Timothy is 24 years old and a Vietnamese American who is recovering from a lifelong battle have Mina Lee. She's been on the runway before. Mina is a first-generation Korean American from Massachusetts. Though she is deeply rooted in her Korean heritage, she has overcome the acculturation challenges of having both an Eastern and Western heritage. She is a survivor of domestic and sexual abuse and channels her experiences to helping others find their voice. Mina, you're gonna have to take another step now. Mina, you have to go all the way down and back again. I have more to tell this audience about you. She's so proud of you. Vertical back, Mina. Vertical back, Mina. Show her your love, people. Amina's been an art teacher for the past 5 years. She uses her multiculturalism to teach tolerance and kindness to her students. She's deeply committed to opening the minds and hearts of people in her community and is a body positive advocate for men and women. So thank you, Mina. Next we have Peter Liu. Peter Liu is a gentleman of all gentlemen, a Chinese American born in the U.S. He was diagnosed in 2002 with nasopharyngeal carcinoma, commonly known as the Chinese cancer. Peter underwent 7 days of radiation and 6 months of chemotherapy. His walk is a testament to his resiliency and courage throughout his journey. He's also senior program manager and architect at Bay State Design. He volunteers his time. Peter, come here. Soak it in. Soak it in. He volunteers his time as race director for the Hong Kong Dragon Boat Festival in Boston, which has the only cancer survivor dragon boat paddling team program in Massachusetts. So that's pretty cool. Next we have Michelle Irick, who is a lovely biracial Asian American. Her mother is from Nagoya, Japan. She grew up learning about both American and Japanese cultures. When Michelle was 16, she was diagnosed with stage 3 Ewing sarcoma, a type of bone cancer in her spine. After 2 years of intensive treatment and surgery, she won her battle against cancer and has been cancer-free ever since. Michelle started her undergraduate studies at UC Berkeley 2 weeks after her last chemotherapy. She graduated with a BA in philosophy. Today, she's a licensed Massachusetts real estate broker with Caldwell Banker Residential Brokerage. She's also licensed as an attorney in California and Massachusetts. Very accomplished. She's grateful to her parents and mentors who have helped her along the way. She hopes to lend her voice and strength to others and make a positive difference in the lives of Asian cancer patients and survivors. On the runway, we have Judy Barron. Judy is from the Philippines. She was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in May of 2009 and had a stem cell transplant in August 2010 at Tufts Medical Center. Judy was confined for 1 month after the transplant procedure. Only the medical team and her daughter and housekeeping staff were allowed to visit. She believes cancer and disease can strike anyone at any time. She strongly advocates therapy as a very important part of the healing process, as well as support for family and friends of the community. She was a CelebrASIANS model in 2014. Her daughter Ella was so inspired and happy to see her mom and other model survivors celebrate life again on the runway. Judy enjoys fun trips, nutrition classes, wellness, and the aging process with other seniors. She believes God gave survivors another lease on life to live fuller and more deeply, and that these life experiences will provide those who are still struggling with hope and the charge to keep fighting on. So amazing. Transformed. All their inner beauty is now. So, next we have Jolene Chin Schwartz. Jolene is from China. She came to the U.S. at age 14 for reconstructive surgery after sustaining a serious burn injury when she was 11. Enduring over 20 surgeries and years of rehabilitation, Jolene was adopted by her family in the U.S. She graduated from college with honors last May. Jolene thanks the many people from her mother's organization and Reach for support for her recovery and for giving her the opportunities to give back to other burn survivors. Jolene also serves on the Reach's board of directors. She will continue to help others as she prepares to study for her MBA. Jolene says, life is filled with obstacles. If you have the courage and hope to move past them, you will find fulfillment and happiness. Thank you, Jolene. And last but certainly not least, you've already met her, Brandy Leanne Laurel Soriano. Brandy, as she told you earlier, grew up in Amish country with her Pennsylvania Dutch father and Vietnamese mother. She was diagnosed with stage 3 triple-negative breast cancer at the age of 31. She was pursuing her MFA in creative writing and working on a memoir about growing up in a mixed family race in the aftermath of the Vietnam War and PTSD. But after multiple treatments, her memoir evolved to include her cancer experiences, which she drew parallels having cancer as an adult and her parents' experiences with war. Randy is active in young adult support groups, and that was too thorough. She has a master's in Asian American Studies from UCLA and is the owner and editor, as you know, of Rapid Gold Press. Her greatest joy, though, comes from her husband, 3 children, 2 cats, and a snail aquarium. If all the models could come out. Again, fabulous collection. But she's my child. Thanks to Macy's for the accessories. She's saying it
Are we having fun or what? I don't know about you, but we're really having lots of fun back there. All my sister and brother, aged from 23 to 72. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We know that it's nasty out there and you're fighting the traffic on Friday evening and the rain and all that, and you are here. And we thank you for that. We're here because of you, because of your support,
that we are survivors and that we're here, that we'll be able to strong enough to share our story with you. And we really thank everybody for this special moment. And I want to thank especially all the volunteers, all the Asian Women for Health volunteers and non-Asian Women for Health, and our sponsors, the Traveler Foundation, and Macy, we love your accessories. We hope we can keep them. And Shishadows, thank you so much for making us feeling so beautiful and wonderful, inside and out. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. So, oh yes, Audrey, our wonderful. Oh my God, I don't know how she does this, but she is amazing. So, I guess if I could choose another career, this would be something that I would love to do. I love seeing everybody together and so happy, and I thank you all for giving me this opportunity to put this together. And I wanted to thank my husband Michael, my family, and Maureen, who went all the way today, all day today and yesterday, setting up and picking out all the foods, and also Korean Church of Boston. Thank you so much for hosting this event and for giving us all the support. So I guess that's it. So no.
You don't like surprises, I bet that. If I could ask the co-chairs, Jane, where's Jane? And Kay, Dong, to come up. Listen, Jane. Given your commitment to Asian Women for Health, surprise, surprise. We are presenting, or actually, this Commonwealth of Massachusetts would like to present her with a special citation, and I'll read it and then have the co-chairs present. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Chen Chi Huang in recognition of the 3rd Annual CelebrASIANS Benefit Fashion Show, showcasing Asian women survivors of breast cancer during Boston Fashion Week and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune, very important Asian culture, and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 9th day of October, signed by Robert A. DeLeo, Speaker of the House, and Gloria Fox, State Representative. And like I said, this is a fabulous organization. Thank you so much for your support. Did you want to say any more? Come back next year. I hope that it's here again, the Korean Church of Boston. Again, my old service grounds. So, 여러 가지로 감사합니다. And thank you so much for coming. And have a good night. And please travel safely home.
And if you like the clothes tonight or the sari, please, we have special, I don't know. Anyway, you know where to find Shubra. Thank you.
Shubra does have a mailing list and her business cards on the way out at the registration desk. So thank you so much for your tremendous support and attention and love for these